Hello everyone and welcome back to One Hub Racing. We are for the P4 tier pre-season race here at Spa. We have 14 drivers here so far. Some familiar faces from this year from the previous game and the last season of season 20 last year. We have likes of Jason, Jess, Mason, Jamie, Kingan, Infamous, Yava Gigglemate and some more. I'm your commentator Brendan and I am joined by my co-commentator Liam. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you very much for introducing me. I will try and live up to, well, we'll do our best to try and deliver some.
I think you cut out there. We are here at Spa-Francorchamps, so it is the longest track on the Formula 1 calendar, where you have about just over 7 kilometers. But if you do take the best line around this track, you can make it just a little, well, a meter under the 7k. So if you are able to take the right lines, you might find yourself having a shorter distance, but also a little less time to get around. So before we go into qualifying here, we mention some sponsors here, so make sure to check out Next Level Racing, who sponsoredly providing prizes, Pure Sim Gear, who sponsoredly by providing a pair of sim racing gloves to driver with most combined poles as fast as laps. So one lap pace can get you more than just maybe a pointer or the front of the grid. Imagoo sponsors League by examples trophy winners. And also check out partners Vespertine, who support championship prizes, ERT, you partner ERT going to get stuff award and league trophies, and also SimGrid is what the league is powered by, as the seasons are run through the community and platform. So Liam, what would you be your opinion on this race? Obviously 2 stops, so how do you think the strategy would play out?
I think it will be a soft and 2 sets of mediums, because softs don't traditionally last very long around Spa, considering it is a very long track. So I think you're going to have mostly 2 sets of mediums, and you could possibly stretch a set of softs. It is possible, but it's not advised, I'd say, but that is previous games. I'm not entirely sure about the tyre wear with these new 2022 cars, so it's going to be interesting as well with that. And we've also got the prospect of, well, speaking of the new 2022 cars, of people being able to follow a lot closer now, which was one of the big things with the new regulation changes, was people being able to follow closer with the reduction in dirt air. So it's going to be interesting through that middle sector, I think, to see how close they.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see what it'll be like through that middle sector. So after sector 1, which is very easy to follow given that it is pretty much flat, then you have to Lecombe, the no name, Pouan, Stavelo, them kind of corners where it's really quick, so you usually have struggled to follow. It might become a little easier now given the new regulations. So let's see, we should be going at any moment, so we will, when we do see the timer go down, we will just mention this. So, for now, so I'll just run you through our grid for the season. Obviously, you mightn't see everyone here today, but you will see most of the drivers that will be in the season. So you have Indecisive, F1 Baza, Infamous. Well, actually, I'll just give you the teams as well. So Mercedes will have Indecisive and F1 Baza. So you see them there. Then you will have Infamous and Jason in the Red Bull cars. TJW77 and is, from what I see here, it was TBA, but now we have now Gigglemate is in the Ferrari. Uh, then UFG, me and Mason in the McLaren. Fozzie Bear and Rageman are your Alpine drivers. KY19 and Tebow are in your AlphaTauri. The Aston Martin team is, well, you were meant to have Mega Gamer here, but obviously we have a spot missing, and then also Chris, Smithy Chris, so that should be the Aston lineup. Williams will have Jess and Keegan, two previous drivers from the previous season. Then Alfa Romeo is empty for the moment, and Haas is empty for the moment, but Haas do have Matthias at the as of now. So we will be going very soon, and going to quali, obviously with new softs, well, 4 sets of softs to be used, and no need to worry about what tyre you start on being the quality tyre. How do you think that'll impact the drivers' thinking now? Will they be able to just go for more quality laps and not have to worry?
I don't know really. It's going to be an interesting one to see things play out. I'm not one to make predictions as of yet because I've not really got an idea of the characteristics of all these drivers yet. So we'll probably see after maybe 1 or 2 rounds each guy's preferences, whether they want to just continuously go for it or not. But I'm excited. It's our first time. Well, it's our first league race of the new season, and it's on a new game. So that's reason enough to be excited for tonight. We'll see how things go.
Yep. So we are almost into the lobby. We'll then get to see maybe a picture of how drivers will feel. We'll be looking for this season. Obviously, it can be distracting. I believe we have a little bit of rain here, so some things have went out the window, and yep, everyone will be on inters.
Well, but rain isn't on.
A little bit of rain never really isn't too bad in a quality session anyways, as it does mean we get to see the drivers out for the full duration of the session, pretty much, which helps me at Spa, because usually time you'd struggle to get runs in pure because of how long the track is. So when you have to do in laps and out laps, you're taking up a lot of time just by getting round. So now we have a couple of drivers out on the track, and whenever maybe let's see if one of them does get round, maybe then we'll see you commentate on board for a lap of them. Maybe whenever Tebow gets round, do you want to go on board with him? Hello? Excuse me, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Just having a quick drink there. Sorry.
Alright, no problem.
Very interesting. Weight saving, which has been a very big problem in real life, is trying to save weight on these cars because they're very heavy. As here comes Tebow, so
hello? Oh, we have someone off there. I believe that's Chris, so we'll maybe just check up with the Mercedes first.
Lap, so I'd wait a moment, go on board with Rageman if you want to take us on a lap.
Yeah, right. So Rage Man. So coming up to turn one, the source. Make sure you brake right. Try hit the apex there. First gear, which is not usually what you go into. Moving the legs is just a slight twitch now. Coming down towards Old Rouge and Radial. You you have to lift a bit. Oh no. That lap's gone. Just too much understeer into Eau Rouge.
It's a big thing. It might be the car might be bottoming out on the curb, you know.
Yeah, could have been under the curbs there are flat enough. Not the.
That's too much how flat the curbs are, because these ground effect cars are very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
They touch the floor, so if it's bottomed out, it can be very awkward getting turns. So just gotta have our eyes peeled as to times. And we're going to first lead it is T-Row here. It's coming through the final sector, so we'll see in a moment our first lap, or our first flying lap of the season be completed.
So, into bus stop, make sure your line is good, to make sure. And now it's a very nice exit out there, so it is a 1:56.1 to... This is the time that everyone's got to match. And now... Oh, Jason, 1:55.8, so going a little bit quicker. Then Jamie, 1:55.4, so times are dropping. Obviously, it's not too bad.
Constantly improving.
Oh, we have an there is an AFTARI off here. Oh, his Kia is out. We're going to go on board in the McLaren to see what happens. Just losing it there. And well, there's only one place you're going, and that's the wall.
I believe that near enough the same place that Smith Bush retires, so it seems to be people are struggling for grip. Yeah, people struggling for grip quite a bit. Seems fought through that exit of the second sector into sector 3, so...
Mason said 201, but it wasn't using ERS on that lap.
So. In the middle sector, taking a trip to the gravel.
Oh, I believe someone said that is Jess, so Jess has went up to P4, 1:56.7, so not too bad for the Williams driver. We need to see who's next to complete the lap. To watch the AFTARI of Tebow. I think Tebow is improving here. 4:55, 55.5. Tebow's up to second. But with that little ERS, you're going to have a cooldown lap just to build up the energy levels again. Jason improving once again, 1:55.1. Now Jamie, invalid. But this does mean he can go now rolling in. Second. Extremely close to the top. Rage Man now, who, like last season's pre-season race, was very much the quickest, although the result I'm pretty sure do not quite reflect that pace. It's 1:55.0, so time is being found by drivers as the session goes on. Fuel loads decrease and then the inters grip up. Yeah. Oh yeah, I believe King. Someone is. I just went off track to let someone persevere through. So keep an eye on Persevere as he is the next person to cross the line. Well, apart from Infamous, but Infamous has just moved up to P8. Very smooth exit for Persevere. It's good enough for 7th.
just under a 10th up there. But he's gone, whoa! He's gone very close to the barriers there at the end. Right at the end of sector 2 there.
Oh, Timo's actually had a little bit of collision with the wall into the pits.
Validated though, Jamie. He didn't
Yeah.
validate.
Yeah, I think he'll be pitting now. Probably going for the second set of the intermediate tyres.
Here comes Rage Man into the final corner. He's going for another flying lap. Actually, it might be the cooldown lap, so he's beginning his flying lap now. We'll have to keep an eye on him.
Now giving me into the source. Not too bad for the Ferrari.
Kingen is out of the final set, well, the final corner to set his lap. And
Six.
It's 6 for the Williams. So
Yeah,
P6,
well,
P7.
yeah. 156.5 for Kingen. Yeah, the giving me. He's getting a little bit of a toll here. Obviously, it won't be too much and doesn't mean as much in the wet, but it is a little something. It's just slightly down on the previous best in sector 1. Oh, a little bit of twitch of the steering wheel there. Never really helps. Just around Bruxelles, which I believe is the corner here, and then into No Name. You can mount that curve a little bit in the dry. Obviously, in the wet, you mightn't be so inclined to do it. Now into Pouhon. Here is much more of a braking zone. Whoa! And that's the risk of Pouhon. So high speed, but if the rear of the car steps out the least little bit, it will very much threaten the pendulum round. And there's good control from the Ferrari to make sure that it didn't go around.
Well, let's see who else on the flying lap at this moment that is close to finishing. I believe it is Rage Man coming to end his second flying lap, but he's been validated. So the two in the last sector at the moment are both invalidated and they're both back into the pits for probably the last set of intermediate tires.
Yeah, probably just get some new inters on, maybe get the initial grip that you'll probably get from brand new tyres. So still at the moment, Rage Man is our pace setter, 155.0. But with the amount of
in the final sector now, and I believe is at 1.3 seconds up. So let's see where this lap puts them so far. So very nice and smooth from the right road driver so far.
yeah.
The bus stop now into the first part of the chicane and out of the exit, very smooth on the throttle and steering like up the line. It is 10.
Infamous, a driver who last season took an engine penalty, and to anyone who doesn't understand, that means when you take that, it means you do not participate in qualifying and will start from the back of the grid. Incisive took that, started last, and still won a race last season, even with an engine penalty. So this isn't quite the form you would have expected from Infamous, but maybe just needs to wait for the lap to be hooked up.
Very smooth and composed, but lap is a little bit maybe. Jason coming on and valid lap. I'm not sure what the ERT is running for. But I think he might not be using it. But Jerry on his out lap. Actually, no, I believe Jerry's on a flying lap actually, so
Yeah.
I am on him. T-Bolt.
Oh, he's backed off. Jamie's backed off here, so
It's down in the first sector, so he's backed off. T-Bolt's down there as well. Oh no, T-Bolt might be up actually. Just going for it.
Yeah, just he's passing Jamie there. There's a long way under. We just have to hang it around and then make sure not to use throttle too much on exit. To no name. In the dry, some people nearly tend to go into that green Astro type bit, but obviously you can't really in true poo on. Oh, little unstable there, but he's kept it. And now, just have a low. You just keep it smooth, as that's how you gain the most time, not having to fight the car. It's about 3/10 up now, so that would be enough to put him very much in the fight for pole position here. You would just need to gain a little bit of time here. Now through Blanchimont, you do have to slow a little, unlike in dry where it is very much just flat out. Now into the bus stop, make sure you're lined right and you tuck in and get a smooth exit. It's very smooth. It's good enough for pole position, 154.9, so first man to the 154s.
Provisional pole so far for T-Ball. Man is a 10.5 up through the first sector.
So race
Midway through sector 2 just now, so didn't quite catch his sector 2 split. Stick with Raycon, I think, because unless what goes with Jason, because Jason will cross the line first here. Into this tricky little S section. In the middle sector now. Here we go. Out onto the back straight. He's 3/10 up. We could be looking at possibly provisional pole for Jason here.
But look at Rageman though. Rageman 6/10 up. I think it's going to be very, very competitive here.
Yeah, it seems like whatever Jason does, he won't be able to stop Rageman from sticking it on the original pole.
Yes, sir.
Here it comes across the line. It's a 54-3.
It's me. That will take beating. Rageman now. Oh, only second. Didn't find time in the last sector.
Look at how close that is.
0.001. Is there any slight difference in the laps, and it could be a big different order.
Yep. Just gets a little bit of extra traction.
Timo is into the pits. It's P3 at best for him because there's no way he's getting out in time.
As well. King is on his flying lap. He's coming down towards the last chicane now.
8/10 up to the dot, or to the last millisecond. But not to see them where it actually put. I believe Mason may have jumped up there, but King now moves up to 6.
He knocks him back. The next person through across the line, I believe it is Infamous, to start his flying lap.
Yeah.
And after that, it is
Jess is the next person. I'm out lap. I think it's Jason, who is almost a second up on his previous best here, so we are seeing the times really drop at this point. So now just one corner to go here. You could get even more time, but you could also get it completely wrong. It's looking very smooth so far. Absolutely perfect for Jason. It is a 153.4. So
that is unreal.
Oh, but Rageman invalidated. However, he will get one last roll of the dice.
One last roll of the dice for Rageman here. We've got one of Mercedes coming up the line. Indecisive has invalidated. He's got one last bite with Jerry, so does Baza, it seems. get himself up to 9.
Oh, well, Regiment's out. Let's see, Jamie's invalid. He may also invalid.
Giggle's also invalid.
Most Fozzie Bear. Kingen now is probably the only person left. Indecisive's now retired. So Kingen, one out of our tier 4 for the season. Let's see where he can go. It's an improvement, but not for a position.
Battle's on a lap here, and he's still 2 times up.
Oh, that won't help though. That was a bit oversteer, I will let go.
Infamous has crossed the line and improved it to 9th. Jess has invalidated her lap, so we are currently only really waiting on Baza here, because Fozzie Bear has invalidated, unless Jason's gone again, which she's not.
I don't really think Jason would need to go again at the moment. Baza would have to gain 3 seconds. Oh yeah, that is invalid. That is our qualifying done, I believe. Nobody can make an improvement on their position, so... Well, congratulations to Jason. He's playing pole position here with a very good...
Absolute mile.
Yeah.
It's absolutely flying here today, Jason, so it's going to be tough whenever...
We thought initially that Rageman was going to be very much...
up there,
but he couldn't get a lap in at the end, and also wasn't able to really gain much in the last sector, would allow Jason to be ahead in the first place.
So yeah, everybody's on their way back into the pits now. Looking quite close from 3rd place down, I'd say. 3rd place down to 8th. Spread out by about a second, so looking very close between those guys.
So, now your qualifying is done. So, all German front row, as Jason, 153.4 is very much clear of the field in qualifying today. Rageman is P2, 154.3. Then after that is Tebow, we have a Gigamate, Jamie, Fozzie Bear, Kingen, Mason, Infamous, and Baza, who are into the top 10. Then Jess in P11, Indecisive in P12, Kia in P13, Chris in P14. So now moving on to the race, we'll have to see what whether the weather will let all up, and if it'll be dry, or if we want to have continue to have wet racing.
We shall find out shortly, as here we go, we are being sent through the race now. Let us find out right this moment. Are we getting any rain at all, and will it be raining for the entire race? Can we get a drum roll, please?
Well,
Looks to be dry.
It is bone dry here, and this means, well, you're going to have mandatory 2 stops, so probably I believe we won't have the formation lap here, so we are going to have to get into this very, very quickly, and we won't really have that much time to go through your strategy or anything like that. Obviously, there has been glitches surrounding formation laps and whether you use them or not. Particularly the sound glitch, which is unfortunate, but it's just something you're probably going to have to just try bear with. I don't think we'll have it here in broadcast, but the drivers might have it themselves, so...
Yes, we usually rely on the drivers giving us an insight into the weather.
If we are able to just have a look... we are just waiting here, so when we have a timer here, so all should be good very, very soon.
we must remember that these guys are going to have to line up their grid position themselves. Whereas a new feature for this year's game is as well as time their pit stops as well, so we've got a couple of new features added to the formation lap and into the pit procedure, so let's see if anybody makes any mistakes on either of those. Here we go for the formation lap, and off we go.
And we are in straight away, so it is lights out before we even know it. Looks like Jason has got the star he wanted. Jamie is up there, and you got some others who've probably been caught out very much by this. Oh, the advocate mate is already out, so that is already 100 out. I believe that is constituting a revert. No, it's constituting a full safety car.
Full safety car in the first lap of the race. Chaos.
Yeah, so we will just give you a quick rundown there, and mind you, that was a extremely quick lights out. So it was softs for Jason and Jamie, T-Bone mediums, King and soft. Rage Man, who was a victim of that star, losing positions on the medium, did softs for Jess, Baza, very infamous, then indecisive, ICCYA, all on the medium, Mason soft, Chris medium. This full safety car does mean that some drivers will probably take the opportunity to make their one and only stop. Well, one of two stops. One of their stops. You are.
To remind you there, there's a mandatory 2 stop.
And yeah, it's 2 stop. But you can make one of them, so it will become an effective 1 stop race for some drivers.
It would be advantageous for some of these guys to come in off the soft or set a medium.
As you do know, obviously, that with the start there, some people probably didn't have struggled there, given that the tyres were fairly cold. So you have Jason stayed out, Jamie is in, Kingen is in, Jess is in. You've got pretty much all these soft runners in, apart from Fozzie Bear. So some
everybody from Fozzie Bear down is in. Jamie is on a set of hards. And everyone else has gone for a set of medium.
Yeah, oh, hards with Jamie. So I think maybe he thinks now if he can warm up these hard tyres, they'll be their best race tyre. This does open up a myriad of strategies that you could use. Nice that Jason could go for maybe medium and then another set of softs if he can just use the safety car to protect this first set. Then maybe T-Bo could go 2 sets of softs, maybe in there, or medium soft if he wants. Obviously Jamie intended to maybe go for play the long game and then make the pit stop for whenever he does feel like it, so he won't be bound to pit because his tyres have died out. I see mediums for King, Infamous, Baza, and Mason. Jess on the hard, Kia on soft, so Kia is intending to try make up some places on the restart. So Chris on hard and Indecisive on soft. It's very much mixed strategies, you would say.
I've got to agree, it's a very mixed field now with the strategies. These guys who haven't stopped are definitely at a disadvantage. Got that 1 extra stop to make, and if there is no other safety cars, it could put a dent in their hopes. Like severely. I wonder if they have discussed it or not between their teammates for that.
Well, sometimes a split strategy can help, as usually someone can be right. It means you are not putting all eggs in one basket. But sometimes it could be just a driver's opinion thinking, alright, I think if I go on the hard tyre, it gives me a lot of options in case I want to piss for a second time and complete my mandatory 2 stops. Because let's say Jamie now wouldn't have to be on the hard tyre, maybe if needs be, so he can then pit off it and maybe go on to a medium or a soft depending on how the race is going. So see that soft runners might be thinking a little different.
The soft runners are at a severe disadvantage unless they plan on stopping for a set of targets. Because that's the only way they'll get to the end of this race, with one extra stop. The likes of Kaya and Indecisive, that's the only way they're getting to the end of this race. By only making that one extra stop they need to, is by stopping for a set of hards probably. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic.
I do think the hards are actually a very good tyre to use on this game specifically. As well, in previous the hards were not the best option, but now it seems like these hard tyres, once they're warmed up, they do provide not only grip but durability. So it could be a case of them just thinking, alright, if I go onto a hard tyre and when it's warmed up, I will be very, very quick.
Yeah, the hard tyres don't seem to be at the same disadvantage this year as they did to previous years. So they do have a durability advantage. Hopefully the safety car comes in this lap and we can have a bit of racing. And there we go, the message has appeared. Jason will now take control of the field. And it's going to be a wind up towards the safety car restart. When will he go for it? Will he go for it early and leave these guys behind, or is he going to do it strategically out of the final corner?
Well,
let's see.
If he, with the soft tyre, it does mean he can bolt if he can. It's probably the best opportunity for him to bolt if he can just catch T-Bone napping. As you see, Rageman leaving a bit of a gap here, so he can go and not get caught. Jason, out of the final corner, he hasn't really caught T-Bone napping too much. And Rageman has
just given him a little bit of a natural drive off that corner.
Yeah.
Jamie's now under attack on his hard tyres.
Yeah. It will take a couple of, may take him a lap or two just to. You just see they're struggling through a route.
Cold times are even worse this year.
Oh, we've someone out again. It's Gia. It's no route. Oh, the indecisive may have been caught up in that. You just see there, into the wall, no rouge, probably consequence of battling. However, we do not have a safety car.
Certainly missing his front wing. The yellow flag.
I believe it's gone now, so we are fully green flag running. Jason, let's see. He has 2 stops to do, so I'll just show you quickly stops. Top 4 haven't stopped, everyone else has. That is your situation at the moment.
Yeah, Rageman is gaining in the back of Tito a little bit here. Other than that, everyone seems to be at fairly neutral gap. Not much going on apparently. waiting for things to kick off a bit more. Then I have to wait for DRS now. Jason is close online. Also, that one's left because down here with Mason and Infamous. Jess has now passed with Chris.
Scott done before Rouge, which is the main thing. Make sure, as you just see that just slow a bit in the middle of Eau Rouge probably wouldn't have helped the Nows manage to pull away again. I see no DRS just yet, as the safety car only came in recently. It's no DRS for 2 laps after the safety car. Once it's 3rd lap after, DRS is full game, as Jason has managed to pull out the gap, so T-Ball won't be able to, you know, take the DRS from Jason as of now. Although the mediums, they will very soon become the quicker tyre.
Yeah, I imagine that softs will start going off shortly as Baza picks up first time penalty, or the first either track limit or corner picking penalty of the season there, after multiple warnings. And Rageman is pushing up to the back of Tito. I suppose Kingen is burning quite a bit of DRS to catch up positive there now. So
Yeah.
The final chicane.
Yeah, I expect to move. He's pulled to the left. Or the try braking. He's top of the outside of segment instead. Top and try switch backers. So now, it looks like it hasn't quite worked, but in a way, it might be the worst. He went for it early. He's took a dive at the last source. All this does though, being totally there now, is going to get this DRS that will slingshot him back past this Williams. So you see now, as it puts on DRS down the Campbell Straight, but no, it looks like just not near enough of a straight line speed for Fuzzy Bear. So no, here comes Sebastian Vettel moment for Fuzzy Bear today. He's just not found the straight line speed for it. Indecisive picked up a 3-second time penalty, as both Mercedes are the cars with the time penalties at the moment, so maybe it is a Mercedes problem.
Understeer at the moment. Behind.
He will struggle to turn in the car with the car in front, disrupting the clean air. Obviously it won't be as much as previously, but it won't help.
A little bit of wind damage, who knows. Maybe his car's bottoming out, but he will have the DRS, and with 2.5 turns back here, waiting for a dive.
No, I think he had more sense of that. Oh! But Tivo went for the pits. So now Rageman does go up to second for now. Tivo now, he's got to get into the pits, and we need to see what tyre will this AlphaTauri go for. It's soft. That's a bold call.
Gamble for me for sure. As indecisive as backwards through pull-on.
Oh, just lost the rear of the car. No visible damage, so looks like indecisive.
Jamie on Fuzzy Bear.
Oh, and on. I think we saw a spinner. Spiffy Chris, no rouge. But to keep an eye here, Jamie passed Fuzzy Bear. So Jamie's hard tyres are starting to grip up.
Someone else was round.
Oh, that's Kingen. Kingen's round the exit of the com.
Oh, he's about to be passed by his teammate here.
Oh.
Very lucky, kind of ghosted there, otherwise it could have been disaster for Williams.
Yeah.
He does have front wing damage.
Oh, let's see it now. As it
It's
comes
just a
around no
little bit
name,
of a
yeah, end
swerve
plate damage
left.
left hand side. That so
Nightmare for him.
a spin out as they come. We've seen it. That has very much happened before, but it was more on the
We've
web.
got a little bit of a fight brewing here between Infamous, Baza, and Mason.
Yeah,
Just keep an
we
eye
have
on
three
this.
cars right close together. T-Ball is past Kingen now. I think Kingen is very much
Just let
struggling with the
go.
wing damage. It was
Seems like
updated recently to
Infamous
be...
has had to put on the brakes there. Stop plowing into the back of Baza almost.
Oh, with Jason in pits now, that is a much more logical stop.
Is in as well.
Oh,
Paying pits intently. Seems Infamous has quite a bit of straight line speed
indecisive
in
has
that Red
left the
Bull.
session.
This is the tire. Just
Let's
pulled
see,
off.
Jason has made the stop and is... Jess has managed to get out just ahead of Jason, so there's going to be a... Oh, safety car. Safety car, safety car.
Car. That'll be
Oh,
for Indecisive's retirement.
yeah.
Because he pulled over at the side to retire when they should have went back to the pit lane. He has spiced things up.
This means now some people will probably try to do their, well, maybe first or even second stop now.
Yes, those who put on those medium tyres could, I think, can actually stretch a set of hard to the end now.
At this point you could. With a little bit of management you can just make sure of it.
Stops. Table's on the soft. Fuzzy Bear just out of the pits. I'd come back in. Everyone apart from Rageman has stopped. So Rageman's at a disadvantage. So meanwhile, Jamie's on a set of hards, so works to his disadvantage. Because you only have one set of hard tyres, won't you, for the entire weekend?
Yeah, it's only one set of hards. If you're on them right now, you're probably going to have to stick it out.
Yeah, so all these guys who come in for mediums can just pop back in for a set of hards and be comfortable to the end of this race.
Oh, Jamie is in though. Went for the medium. This does complete the 2 stops required.
Infamous has stayed out though.
I think Infamous had no choice really. No. Well, we did make one stop, I believe. I will.
Jason stayed out as well. Both Red Bulls are sticking it out. As a lot of people are probably stopping for the hards. Yep. As Jamie goes on a set of mediums. Let's see, Bazza struck on a set of hards. So hard Mason.
Yeah. So, we'll just see now. The only people who have done their 2 stops are Jamie, Baza, Mason, Jess, Kingen, and Chris. Infamous has done 1, Jason 1, Tivo 1, Rageman 1, Fozziger 1, and that is a 1 stopper so far. They will have to make another stop as per the regulations.
Maybe they wanted to avoid the carnage in the pit lane on the first lap of the safety car, so if they come in this lap, they'll be at the back of the field, yes, but they'll be on fresher tyres. Especially these two on soft, Ridgeman and Tebow, they should definitely be coming in for a set of hards. Work very much to their advantage. As we currently wait patiently on safety car to single along the circuit.
So now everyone is now here. We've, as you said, kind of might say another lap, but we will see. It usually is a little late here at Spa as to when this safety car does go in.
Yes, well, it came out the last lap, so we've had one lap under it. It's usually the end of the second sector. When you start the final sector, that's when we usually get the notification that it's coming in, so...
Yeah, so we are going to wait another lap here. So at the moment, our tyres
Yes, ventured in.
Yeah. Our tyres state that, well, Infamous and Jason on medium, Tebow on the soft along with Rageman, Jamie medium, Blaza hard, Ozzy medium, Mason hard, Jess medium, King and hard, Chris soft. Some more variations here, obviously. The one stoppers are going to have to be again. It is more, I mean, does this kind of, in a way, means that, well, especially Jason, he can now stretch out this medium stint, then go from maybe another set of medium, well, doesn't really have another set of medium, so probably be a set of softs.
We'll see how far we stretch it. I think Rageman should be able to get his tyres at least another 5 laps. I'm not too sure about Tebow though, same as Smithy Chris, they should be able to stretch the tyres till at least lap 15 maybe, 16, and then bolt on another set of softs. We'll have to wait to find out. Hopefully the safety car is in this lap.
Yeah.
We're almost at the end of the second sector, we will find out.
We'll probably find out here as the second sector line is just on the exit of this corner here. You just wait and see. Safety car in this lap. Now Infamous becomes the de facto safety car. Here, it's a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. Infamous in front, like he was often last season in this tier. As he, so far in this race, hasn't really, or in this qualifying anyways, hasn't really shown the pace he had from previous season, but now maybe it's a chance, maybe at the front, might feel like maybe here's an opportunity. Oh, Infamous on.
Anyway, will there be any team orders from the Red Bull boys? That's what I'm wanting to find out.
Right.
Oh, Tebow spun it off the
Tebow
restart.
He spun it.
He did a Grosjean, he did a half spin.
Oh, he's lucky enough he's kept it there now. If he can use these softs and take advantage.
The Red Bulls have swapped
God.
positions.
Oh, that's Rageman. He's had a bit of an off as well. He's also got a 5-second penalty for ignoring a flag, which I do believe it might be a little unfair. We're now.
They're trying to hunt down Jamie, but they're both burning ERS as their life depends on it.
Yeah, they're not really gaining enough to go for a move. Just a move until they come can. There's always potential that it ends bad. Somebody gets squeezed or is sent over the corner.
Actually further back,
oh.
King in it to pass with Chris.
Will Chris try to look for a way back past? No.
King is now looking at the back of his teammate's car.
This Jamie was all over Infamous. So it turns out Infamous now has dropped the race lead. And now Jamie is true. And Puon, of all places, Infamous just not having the grip.
Just not had the pace all weekend, looks like, so Infamous just really looked like he lacked the pace in qualifying, and now struggling in the race.
Alpine and Rageman looking for a way to start gaining some places using the ERS. He's pulling up behind AlphaTauri. He's put alongside the AlphaTauri. One's ahead of the AlphaTauri. One soft runner passes the other.
Having a look at the back of Bad
Oh,
Times.
Rageman, he's went for it
Launched
inside the
it.
bus stop. Now, will he switch it? Oh, he's
He's run at the back of him.
he's
Touched
tapped the back
of
of
him, and he's got front wing damage.
Oh,
Has got front. No, he's not. I thought
Oh,
he did
no.
for a minute.
it is very deceiving
Oh,
sometimes, these front wings.
Still,
You might think they've damage, but they don't.
yeah, well, he's
I
still,
don't be too
still
happy.
intact. His
Happy,
Baz is
but
under
he was very
pressure.
slow off the corner. Meanwhile, look at the lead Jason's pulled out. 3.3 seconds. However, he will have to stop again. Oh, that's
There's a Chris
Chris
spinning
Hall.
at top of Eau Rouge.
Radion, and he's done another spin. So I think at this point you just need to cool down the tires. Just take it easy. Because T-Bone did fall down the other as well.
He was in first set hard, so he was going to the end of this race.
Yeah, I think he's going to take the pain early if he can get temperature in these hards and make them grip to the racetrack. He'll be happy. Infamous picks up for 3 seconds. There's now Rageman round the outside. He's through. Next up for Rageman will be Jamie.
The leader, and T-Bone's about 26 seconds behind Jason.
You just see pit stop time at Spa-Francorchamps.
Yellow flags. It is Mason.
Oh.
It's off.
Mason's off. We'll be a bit slow here now. T-Bone will have the chance to pass here. Particularly now, as yet Mason doesn't put up a fight.
King and Kurt are looking at the back of his teammate. Is he gonna make a move? Will Jess play the teammate game and let him through? It's a question here. This seems to be a close battle on track. Get a battle between the two Williams cars.
Yeah.
Kingen is closing up to the back of Jess.
Yep, gaining on the slipstream. Now onto Camel Straight. Pulls to the right, and let's see. No, it's
Jess
not.
is defending.
Defending. Kingen maybe tried to see if he could pressure Jess into a mistake. Looks like he's got all the right lines here. Oh, yeah, his overseer was just threatening himself there. So,
Really sticking up for a fight here, so there appears to be no team orders going on at Williams. Jess
Okay.
and Kingen are fighting so hard at the moment. This is still the closest battle on track, two Williams cars.
yeah.
To see how this plays out long term. Will this affect the relationship between the two drivers?
Oh, we've someone
Yellow
off.
flags.
It's Rageman.
Right, man.
Oh, probably
Has
my
just
one.
gone wide.
It's gone wide, but don't think that'll be
It's
enough
legal
to
overtake.
change it. Or
The King's let it back through, so it might be an
Yeah.
illegal overtake. Because of
Yeah,
the yellow
no.
flags.
probably will be wise to just rather do that now than have to serve a 5-second penalty.
He's got his work to get himself back into the DRS. Rageman is in, so it's going to be a set of mediums, I imagine.
Well, I think it was on mediums to start off with. I'm not sure that maybe the
Well,
nicest
two
third of
sets
all.
of mediums. No, he's
No.
on for a set of softs.
Softs, 8 laps and softs. It'll be a very much a stretch.
He's been stretching these tires for quite a bit.
Jason's still doing very nicely. He can go a little bit longer before he has to put on the soft.
Baz is past Infamous now, so Infamous has struggled to continue. Fosbury is now the next one, lining up a move on Infamous. Into the middle sector we go. all downhill from here.
Yeah, downhill towards Puan. Just make sure you don't carry so much speed that your car's pendulums round. It'll be a matter of time really before this Alpine is past the Red Bull of Infamous. So waiting now, we see, oh, he's got a really good run here on into sector 3, although looks at the Alpine.
Oh, straight line speed on that Red Bull.
Oh man.
He's just pulling away in a straight line without any use of ERS at all. He got a good run. On
Got a
the
bit of
exit,
little
wasn't
slipstream,
there?
I suppose.
But Infamous must be running a much lower downforce setup. He just shot off after that Mercedes in front of him. And he's clearly favoured straight line speed with his setup today.
It might explain why his general pace isn't so quick, but it would explain how it will be difficult to overtake, because he has the pace in the right places. You just see there using ERS 345k, but you see that Fuzzy Bear, see not using ERS, doing about 20 kph less.
I'm having a quick look at the starts, and both Fozzie Bear and Jason need to start. So,
yeah, Jason, Infamous and Fozzie Bear all have to stop again.
so at the moment, it would appear Jamie almost has this race win lined up on served up on a silver platter for him.
But he does have to bring them mediums a long way.
True, but
Well,
there's a couple of people behind him on similar age tires. Yeah, we've got yellow flags.
oh, is
Kenyan,
that
he's spun.
Kingan? Oh, that's a bit from wing
That's
gone.
from wing damage.
That's a safety car.
It's a full course safety car.
That means Jason can get into the pits. He's beaten the safety car,
He's past the pit lane. He's past the pit wall.
but he's not
Fozzie
caught
Bear's in.
behind. He's not behind the safety car. Yeah, Fozzie Bear's in. Infamous is in. I've no doubt Kingan will be in. Jess is stayed out. Baz is stayed out. I said there's Jamie and Mason.
Soft
Missed the
on
pits.
all three cars. That'll be. So, Fozzie Bear certainly looking very, very good here. He's gonna get out ahead of Tebow. He's probably just about got his hard tires warmed up about now. Anybody ahead, apart that isn't Jason, going to take the risk? That's what I want to know. Who's going to take the risk here? Who will take this risk and box for sauce, knowing full well that you may not cut your way through the field quick enough to get back into the lead of this race? It's something Jason's going to have to think about. Meanwhile, Jamie, does he come in for a fresh set of tyres?
Well, he could be vulnerable as of now. He could very much be vulnerable.
I don't know if it's just me, but for you, does it look like it's getting a bit darker in this
Yeah, it
final
is.
sector?
It's looked a little bit dark. Now, okay, so Jason's in, as he has to complete his second stop.
Jamie is following it.
I think Jamie said enough's enough. I don't want to get caught out here. Plus, if you're
hards, and those hards will probably go to the end without much trouble.
but to switch them on is going to be
Yeah,
difficult.
switch them on after the safety car is in question.
Yeah, we have some pitters in. And the king in here is pushing because we're now with Delta and he's maybe trying to gain a place or two. Tebow is in. I think he felt like the hards would just not be the tyre for a restart. Soft tyres here. It's getting very dark.
Descending here in Spa.
Baza is now our race leader, but Jason is on a set of brand new softs that are going to be very, very quick.
Not looking too pretty for Baza anymore, I have to say.
As if I show you tyres, hard for Baza, softs for the rest of the top six. Kingen is the only odd one out who's on a couple of old mediums.
Can be a 4 or 5 lap sprint to the end. We'll put the game of who will take home the race victory.
It's probably a contest between Jason and Jamie here, if we're being realistic. Baza not only has a penalty, but tyres that will have nowhere near as much grip.
Well, don't forget about Fozzibear either. Fozzibear is also in the shadow. Fozzibear's decently quick, so if somebody makes a mistake, so if somebody makes a mistake here on the restart, and we're going to have another lap under the safety car. So now we wait, and it's got to be a 4-lap sprint to the end. We're not going to be short of entertainment.
Yeah, we probably be once Chris catches up, we will then be able to know we can go again. So that'll probably leave us with a 4-lap sprint.
Yep. That's
Will...
what I'm expecting. 4-lap sprint to the end.
Depends on what Chris does though. Chris could pit here and go for soft compound tires. Or no, do you think that could be AI here? Yeah, it's AI input in a way. So now we will definitely be going at the end of this lap here, as the Aston Martin is going to catch up.
So we're halfway toward, we're almost at the point of safety car coming in. Let us get prepared for the final 4-lap sprint. So here we go. As Basil will shortly become the de facto safety car for the evening. Almost done there. It's about to begin now. Basil will now be taking control of the pack. For him to set pace, it's going to be an interesting restart to see how long he can hold Jason off. So here we go.
think if Baza could time it right, he'll be alright, but, well,
Yeah, if he leaves it or goes early.
but even still, Jason would just be able to catch back up because of the pure pace of the tyre. So you might have to really catch him out somewhere you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, Jamie and Jason are gonna have that. They're making
Very
contact
close.
there, but very close.
So, exit the bus stop. Went.
John
So,
got a
decent
decent-ish launch.
ish launch, yeah. So about 7 tenths the gap as they break for La Source.
Jamie's looking very close back to Jason here. It's off shoots the Red Bull. That Red Bull, both Red Bull cars seem to be very slippery in a straight line today, so
Well, now,
maybe
we
one
have
of
to
the
watch.
characteristics.
Looks like Baza actually got a very nice restart here. He's managed to keep ahead into well, they come, and now just keeping it there. Very, very easy for him. It's Kingen, 3 seconds. Wouldn't be great for him.
So punching up at the front now.
Yeah, Jason using them softs now in the corners, making sure he can just close up. Right, in a little bit held up. Oh, Baz went a bit wide. You're gonna see Jason maybe go for it here. That's it. Keeping inside. Round the outside. He's done it. A very good move from Jason. Just clean round the outside and he's used the inside to complete the move. So now Baza is at the relinquish the race lead. Little he could have done there, apart from maybe just not letting a slight mistake go on. Now Jamie, he's going to gain and gain and gain. Will he use a little bit of ERS just to make it a bit easier? He will. He's using a little bit more. Now to the left outside, and is that a little too deep? No, there's enough there to
Baz is off wide though.
Passing off wide, so as it is struggling, just struggling to try to keep ahead. Let's see if Baza got them tires switched on, it wouldn't be so bad. Well, I believe Mason and Rageman were having a bit of battle there, but looks like Mason has come out ahead. So now, next up, well, looks like Baza is having the first sector is helping him out as he isn't really been overtaken in this area. Kingan's is now going to take a bit of the creative route round. They call him.
He's round again.
Well, he's kept down with a wall, so we won't see anything happen there.
There's the next one lining up. I move on Baza, it seems. He will probably shortly be followed by Jess, who's slowly seeping up onto the back of these two as Baza continues to hold people up behind him. So here we go.
Alright, Baz Aston at best exit there.
Good enough run off of that.
Yeah, he's got the second run there. Very much just not.
It's just good enough run off of that corner, just keeping the head into the bus stops again. But I don't think it's going to matter because DRS will be available either this lap or it'll be the final lap of the race. DRS enabled. Jason sets the fastest lap.
Oh yeah, DRS in it. It is enabled.
Jess is starting to drop back here.
Oh, with something happened here. Kingen has had to go into the pits. I presume this will be for a fastest lap point.
Probably. Although he won't be able to get the fastest lap.
Yeah. I'll be christening the eyed up. Fuzzy Bear. That's DRS, but Baza is still keeping ahead. Baza has very much got straight line speed.
Yeah. I'm currently watching the battle between Jess and Infamous at the moment. Jess has held them off. It's looking at a very good result for Jess here if she can hold off the Red Bull behind her, and she's also got Fozzie there and that not too far ahead, so all up to her really. There's a potential podium on the line here if she can get everything right. As the race win looks to be sorted basically.
Oh,
Jamie's...
we have to Tebow's round. Tebow is round. Oh, that's Tebow was set to gain a couple of places from penalties, but now we very much struggled to do that. So Baza still keeping ahead, although Fuzzy Bear is a bit closer this time.
Coming up to the last lap of the race, Fuzzy Bear's going to have to give it everything as Tebow's round again.
Yeah, round again.
Here we go, final lap of the race. Fozbear's going to have to give it everything his car's got now to get that last spot on the podium, on track, otherwise it'll be down to penalties. So will he just play it safe, or will he give it absolutely everything? But here comes Infamous and right on Jess's
gearbox. Look at the ERS difference.
Oh, yellow flag, it's T-Bar.
ERS Fozzie Bear is gaining. Rageman's out! Rageman's out, he's crashed at the exit of the source.
Oh, Jess is wide, Jess is wide, Jess is wide.
Oh.
Just keeping a hold of her position, is very close between these two. It's a P4 on the line here.
Yeah, could be right.
Strange like that. Fosbear's still stuck behind Baza. He's not going for the move. He knows he's got it secure on penalties. But you'd think he'd want to make the move done. Track.
Baza is wide there, but
Baza's got no ERS left. If you look at the blinking light on the back of that Mercedes, there's nothing left in the battery for him. Whereas Fosbear's got almost his entire battery saved up. So he starts deploying now.
Well, once he is out of the cake, Baza was slow there. What?
He's got no ERS to deploy. Here comes Fozzie Bear. Is he going to go for the lunge into the bus stop? He's not using his ERS though.
No, I don't. I think he's secure. So now, Jason, pole by almost a second to winning, but it's over a second. It is Jason who takes the pre-season win here at Spa-Francorchamps. Jamie takes P2. Fozzie Bear gets P3 after penalties. Baza with a P4. Jess P5. Infamous P6. Mason was a P7. Smithy Chris, I would take P8. And then Kingan, who has very much been using his ERS, probably going fast snap in P9. So the crashes for Tebow and Rageman have ensured that Kingan would get a fast lap point. You see, this is a preseason race, so results do not matter. Yeah.
So they've just basically guaranteed him out of, well, they've at least got 2 points instead of the 1. And Baza picks up driver of the day in the game. But I'm going to ask you now, who's your driver of the day, and what question have you got? What have you got to ask them for?
Well, obviously the obvious driver is Jason. Pole to victory. So, did you expect to be so quick in qualifying, or were you thinking I can be a front runner this season? And what do you think your championship chances are?
It's a good question there for Jason, and I think I'm gonna pick outside the box here. I'm gonna go with Jess as my driver of the day. And my question for Jess is, he slipped under the radar quite a bit this race. Is that your plan for most races this season? Go under the radar and pick up good finishes across the board, or have you got anything else up your sleeve?
So your race results are, well, Jason, pole to victory. So wins by 1.8 seconds over Jamie, who takes P2. Fozzie completes the podium in P3. Baza, despite being on the hard tyres, does manage to take P4. Jess gets P5 from P11. Infamous P6, Mason P7. Smithing was P8. King in P9. Rageman was your first DNF in P10. Or DNFs for Timo. Indecisive. Kia, and you have the Giggle Mace. So, thank you everyone for watching, and also make sure to check out the sponsors. Thank you to Liam for being here alongside me, and do make sure to check out the other tiers that are live right now on YouTube and Twitch. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.